Live from Darth Easy Studios in Eddyville, Kentucky. It's time for another episode of Darth Easy's TV Recap. Tonight, we're breaking down the top 10 TV shows of 2020. Been a weird year. Get the hell out of here, 2020, because I'm ready to say hasta la vista to 2020 and move on to 2021, where hopefully some good stuff will happen. Your host, Darth Easy. Hello, Easy Nation. Welcome to another episode of Darth Easy's TV Recap. This is a special episode because, usually I only record one episode a week. And I just had my episode come out on Monday, which right now I'm actually recording this on Monday. So really, I've really just recorded it. But this episode probably won't get posted until Wednesday. I'm going to shoot for Wednesday, the 30th, the day before New Year's Eve. And, every year, me and Randy Cage would film, or we would record on the Easy K Show, the top 10 TV shows of 2020, or of the year. And due to the Easy K Show kind of being in hiatus mode right now, maybe 2021, the Easy K Show can return. I haven't really talked to Randy Cage much. He's kind of retired, to be honest with you. If you're listening to this, Randy Cage, come back. You can do it. You could be Michael Jordan, like when he came back for the Bulls the first time. Or maybe he'll be like Michael Jordan for the Wizards. Who knows? But regardless, as more my favorite Queen show song would say, the show must go on. And that's what I'm here to do. Tonight we are doing the top 10 TV shows of 2020. Interesting year for TV. I was kind of thinking when this COVID thing was going on that we would see some really great television shows really hit the mix. But we really didn't get a lot of that. We got some stuff. We didn't get a lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff just did not come out. And that has to do a lot to COVID. I will be so glad when I never have to hear the word COVID again. But let's get right to it, guys. So the way the top 10 works is I'll do 3 honorable mentions, and then I'll do my 10 through 1. And since it's just me, there's no combining lists or anything like my old top 10s on the Easy K Show was. So a little sad about that, but like I said, the show must go on. Alright, so first off, my first honorable mention. Now, my first honorable mention is Doctor Who. I was shocked that this barely missed the top 10, to be honest with you. It was very, very close to making the top 10. And here's the thing about Doctor Who, the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who. I don't blame her. I blame Christian Ball for the stories and the social justice stuff they've been doing for Doctor Who. Where the older Doctor Who, when they would throw in these stories, it feels more natural. This Doctor Who just feels, it's just jamming down your throat. And I will say, I just got HBO Max, and they have the entire Doctor Who catalog of episodes on the app. And I went through and picked out my favorite episodes of Doctor Who. And of series 11, there is no episodes of that season that I care to rewatch. Now, season 12, on the other hand, there's about half the season I actually enjoyed. So, and that's why I have to say, the first 2 episodes of season 12 of Spyfall, or the Spy Master, and then when they bring in the new Master, who was the guy from Iron Fist, thought he was really cool in those episodes. The one episode where they brought back Captain Jack Harkness, I screamed. And that's when I scream, that's usually telling me that I really enjoy that part of the episodes. And then the finale would bring it back to Cyberman. I thought that was a cool episode as well. So overall, I thought Doctor Who this season was not bad. It's just, I wish it was better. And this might have made the list if they actually would have done a Christmas special this year. And that could have given it a little bump up to be in the top 10. So we'll see. We'll see what I'm looking forward to the New Year special, and you'll check me out talking about that on the next episode of Darth Easy TV Recap. Coming next time on DETV Talk, to do a little, Dragon Ball Z, classic. Alright. My second honorable mention is My Hero Academia. Now, the thing with this season, I love the show. And I think it's one of my favorite anime to watch, and it's just because of how Western it feels. I didn't love this season. Like, the first half of the season was awesome. And that's what's in this show. That is why it makes it into the honorable mentions. If the show was as good as that first half, and part of that first half was only this year, so I could not include it because it was that's technically a 2019 show. So that doesn't technically count for the top 10 TV shows of 2020. Then the first half, but that first half with Overhaul as the villain was very cool. To see Lemillion as one of the main characters, and see how awesome he is. And then when Deku is able to go 100% of One for All, and you see how powerful he can truly become, was awesome. But then the arc of the concert, getting stuff ready, I didn't care for that. The villain, I forget what the guy's name was, who drank tea. I can't tell you. That was awful. Like, I just did not care for that at all. The ending almost made the list, because that ending where you get to see Endeavor fight and him trying to be the mantle of the number one hero, I thought that was some really cool stuff. But unfortunately, it was that arc with the concert and all that just really brought the show down for me. So yeah, that's why it makes an honorable mention instead of being in the top 10. My third and final honorable mention is Brooklyn Nine-Nine! This season was funny. It had some funny episodes. It was funny seeing Holt back in the uniform. There's not any episodes that really, like the heist here was pretty good. Curious to see when the show will return. I haven't seen it updated on my TV app. But yeah, I always enjoy Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Never makes the top 10, but it's a funny show. Alright guys, now it's time. It's time to reveal the top 10 shows of the Darth Easy's TV recap. At number 10 is Survivor! Winners at War. This is the first time, and I would always give Rainy Cage a lot of crap for putting a Survivor season in a top 10, but I have to do it because this season of Survivor was very, very good. All-Star seasons, it's hard to do wrong on Survivor. I'm not talking about Big Brother, because this latest Big Brother season was one of the worst seasons of Big Brother they've ever done. But usually when you do an all-star season, it makes for a very entertaining show. And to do Winners at War, at all winter seasons, an idea for a show they've been playing around with for so long, to see players like Boston Rob, Amber, Treen, there's some other people, Wendell, Nick, seeing Tony come back, and Tony's perfect game he played. I mean, Tony played a perfect game, and the play a perfect game in Survivor is you have to never get a vote at Tribal Council, and to receive every jury vote. That's how you play a perfect game in Survivor. Only one person had ever done it before. Two people had ever done it. Adam Klein, who was also in this season, and Earl almost played a perfect game, and then JT, who played a perfect game that first season, and he's always been trying to get to that perfect ever since. There would have been some players I would have liked to see back, mostly Richard Hatch. I would have loved to see Richard Hatch come back. He didn't get to come back. That's sad. But overall, guys, Survivor Winners at War, it definitely deserves some, like, when I first made this list, I had it Winners at War as an honorable mention, but I was like, I like the season a little, because I originally had My Hero Academia in my top 10, but I was like, I think I liked Winners at War a little more, and so yeah, I'm going to put that at 10. At number 9, and this show could jump up a few spots, but the finale doesn't come out until 2021. There's one more episode that comes out on New Year's, and I don't know if it would ascend any more spots. But for now, I'm gonna put Star Trek Discovery at number 9. I really do enjoy this season of Star Trek Discovery because they're in uncharted territory. We've never been this far into the future, and I kind of like this idea of the Federation. It's kind of like the Roman Empire, where the Roman Empire spread too far too fast, and that's what happens to the Federation in the future. They spread too far too fast. They ran out of the lithium, and now the Discovery's in the future. They're using the spore drive. I'm curious to see what happens at the end of the season. I could love it. I could hate it. But so far, I like what they've done. I'm not crazy what they've done with the Michael character, but the episodes with Giorgio, with her back in the past, with her, with the Terran stuff, I really enjoyed what they did with that part of the season. So I think I am happy putting Star Trek Discovery in my top 10. First time I've ever put Discovery in my top 10 because this is only the first time, because I recently watched season 2 earlier this year during when COVID really first was starting to go on and gave me something to watch. So yeah, I'm happy to put Star Trek Discovery on my list. At number 8, I'm going with Stargirl. Stargirl, I thought this was a CW show. It's not a CW show. It's made by the DC people. It is produced by Greg Berlanti, but it does not feel like a CW show, and it really felt very refreshing. I like the girl who plays Stargirl. I like the other characters. I like the new Justice Society of America. I like them fighting the Injustice Society of America. I liked some of the villains they were playing around with, and I just liked the characters they had in the show. I really like what's his face as Stripe. I thought his character was really cool, and I like how he's just trying to be a good dad, and the girl she's trying to fit into the town. And yeah, I really did enjoy Stargirl. I thought it was a very fun show. At number 7, I'm going with Killing Eve. I thought season 3 was probably the weakest season of the 3 seasons so far, but I did still enjoy the show. I mean, I love Villanelle. The episodes where, I mean, she is so hot. Like, the way she uses, the way her face moves, I know it sounds weird, but the way she has, when she goes all evil or psycho, but she kind of killed that, just the facial expressions is just so hot. But the episode when she's in Russia and she's connecting with her mom and she kills her mom was some really cool episodes of the show. And yeah, I just really enjoyed Killing Eve. I thought the season was very good. I kind of want to go back and watch it because I don't remember a lot of it. It's been so long ago since I've seen it. But overall, Killing Eve definitely worthy on this list. At number 6, my first show, my first Disney Plus series show on this list, and that is Diary of a Future President. This show was a big surprise to me. I really enjoyed this show. The show, it's, I forget what the girl's name is, but it's about this girl. The first episode shows as she is president of the United States. She has her diary, and it goes back to all the way back when she was a kid, and, so yeah, just the diary of a future president. She starts this diary, and I really enjoyed this show. I thought this show was a big surprise. I did not expect to like it as much as I did, but sometimes it's hard to be a good family drama. Like Young Sheldon, not on this list, but that show, and along with this show, has a lot of heart to it. And I really do enjoy Diary of a Future President. I think it's a worthy show on this list. Alright, at number 5, also I will say, it's good that it is on like a show like Disney Plus, because it doesn't get stuck in, like, if it was like on CBS or NBC, it would get stuck in that serial kind of stuff. So I thought so it was able to tell a short, concise, good season. Alright, at number 5, I'm going with Star Wars, The Clone Wars. So I had this one spot higher, but I was like, this show is so good, because, you know, it could have been better, because we could have seen some more episodes. I would have loved to seen the episodes they were talking about doing, the Boba Fett and Cad Bane episodes. I wish they would do that. Maybe we'll get to see that episodes in maybe the Bad Batch. I doubt it, but who knows. But it was cool to see. And then there was also those episodes with Yoda and the Wookiees, it kind of shows the rivalry between the Wookiees and Trandoshians, which we've only seen in books and expanding universe, or now legend stuff. I will say the 4 episodes with Ahsoka were probably the weakest part of the episodes, but the whole point of those episodes is to get to Ahsoka to a certain spot. I've gone back and watched the Bad Batch episodes. At the time, I didn't love them. I've kind of grown to love them. Maybe it's because I just love that teaser for Bad Batch, and I'm on such a Star Wars high right now that I really love the clone stuff. Me and my brother, we talked Star Wars so much lately, and because I told him, if you want to enjoy Mandalorian more, watch the Clone Wars and watch Rebels. And that's what I tell everybody. Everyone who tells me they love Mandalorian, I tell them, watch Clone Wars, watch Rebels, get over yourself that it is an animated cartoon, because it enhances you can enjoy, the casual fans can enjoy Mandalorian. The cool Star Wars, the Star Wars fans that just watch the movies can enjoy Mandalorian, but the people that watch the shows with Clone Wars and Rebels from Dave Filoni will enjoy it more. And I've always really enjoyed the clone stuff. And the last 4 episodes was what I needed more than anything after the notorious movie of Rise of Skywalker. Those 4 episodes were incredible. It was awesome seeing the Battle of Mandalore, to see Ahsoka versus Darth Maul. It's one of the coolest lightsaber fights I've seen in animated form. But then also the other stuff in the episode, when Order 66 happens, you hear the quotes from Revenge of Sith, how they redo scenes, animated, like the scene when Mace Windu said, "I've sensed the plot to kill the Jedi," and right after Anakin and Leia left, Ahsoka joins the scene. I think that's awesome. That's just such a cool way, and it explains how Rex gets the chip out, and how Darth Maul escapes, and that ending with all the clones dying, and Ahsoka, how she doesn't want to do this because it's not them. Ahsoka she's not a Jedi. She was a citizen, but she was more of a Jedi than any other Jedi we saw in these series, and how she feels like the Jedi kind of lost their way, and how she can't rejoin that order anymore. And that ending, whenever it felt like Saving Private Ryan. I mean, it felt like a Great War movie when they place all the clone helmets on as a monument, and then the episode ends with you see the Age of the Empire, you see the snowtroopers, and you see Darth Vader, and he just kind of walks up, and he sees his old Padawan's lightsaber. You see the owl, and just such a great Star Wars episodes. Love those episodes so much. Yeah, Clone Wars definitely deserves to make the list. It would probably be my second favorite show if it wasn't due to the 4 episodes with Ahsoka and the sisters. It would probably be a lot better, but I understand why it's in the list. But I understand why it's in the show. Alright, at number 4, I'm going with my first documentary show I've ever put on a top 10, and that is The Last Dance. I thought The Last Dance was incredible. I thought The Last Dance was a very interesting show. I've watched it about 2 or 3 times, to be honest with you, because I've always been a fan of Michael Jordan, because I was born in the 90s, so I always, when I see Michael Jordan, I mean, the guy really elevated the NBA to what it is today, and to kind of see a little bit more of behind the scenes around his trials and tribulations, and how he became Jordan, and the rivalry with like the Pistons and the Utah Jazz and the Pacers. I thought the show did just such a great job. I love The Last Dance. I thought it was great. Kind of see a little more behind the scenes. I do hear people like, especially like Ken Burns, who I really enjoy a lot of his documentaries, like on baseball and stuff, and how it is kind of clouded with Jordan producing the show. But I still really enjoyed the show. I'm sorry, I thought it was a good show. And it also came at a time when I didn't realize how much sports was involved in my life when they were taken away due to COVID, when March Madness and baseball and NBA all got canceled. I was amazed at how much I missed sports, and when that filled a void in my life that I didn't know was missing. So yeah, Last Dance, definitely worthy on this list. Alright, at number 3, I'm going with my second Star Trek show, Star Trek Picard. As a person who never really watched Star Trek The Next Generation, I watched the Star Trek Next Generation movies, and I was like, okay, they're okay. First Contact I really like. Then I found this list that prepared me to understand better the character of Jean-Luc Picard. And so I went back and watched those episodes, and then some episodes with Data. I have to say, I love the hell out of Picard. And Picard felt kind of like a live-action version of Mass Effect at times, especially at the end. And then to see some of the characters come back, like Riker come back, was awesome. Like that ending when Riker has that standoff moment with the Romulans. And I thought that was a cool little moment. I just thought Picard did a really good job, and I like how they're not technically part of the Federation, and how Picard led the Federation because he feels like they failed in their mission. The Federation was no longer the Federation that he was once a part of, and he could no longer be a part of that organization. Yeah, Picard, I thought it was a great show. I'm looking forward to whatever they do next with Star Trek Picard. Alright guys, at number 2, I'm going with Better Call Saul. I really enjoyed Better Call Saul I think it was season 5. It's cool seeing Saul being more of the lawyer we saw in Breaking Bad, and I kind of see a decline in the character of Kim a little bit. I believe that's what happened this season. It's been a while since I went back and watched it, but I really enjoy her character as well. But then the one character of the Mexican character, or the cartel character, I thought he was very cool. And also to see Gus is rise, and as he's trying to build this tension between them. I thought Better Call Saul this season was incredible. I mean, I loved it. I'm looking forward to the final season, and I'm curious to see how it ends. And I wonder if it will catch up to Breaking Bad. Maybe we'll see. I'll be shocked if we don't see Bryan Cranston back this season of Breaking Bad, or even Aaron Paul as Jesse Pinkman. I'm curious to see what happens. Alright guys, at number 1, my favorite show of 2020 it's The Mandalorian, guys. Come on, what else could it have been? Yeah, The Mandalorian this season, there was 1 week episode. And even that episode has a purpose. And every 7 out of 8 of the episodes I thought were awesome episodes. And the first season was okay. Like, I thought it was like, oh, it was fine. Because I don't remember what number I put I don't remember what number the Mandalorian was the first time I did it. But I really enjoyed every episode this season. Like, even the episode with the spiders, I thought was okay. It wasn't a great episode, but it was okay. I thought the action at least was cool. Now, like I said, the Mandalorian, whenever we see Ahsoka, we see a Bo-Katan, we see Luke, mother effing Skywalker, the Luke Skywalker we should have gotten in Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. That was the Luke Skywalker that I wanted to see. And I did not think we would see Luke. I really didn't. I was thinking, I was joking. Like, I could have seen Sebastian Stan coming in and playing Luke Skywalker. And I could totally see that series. Because he does look like Luke Skywalker. And maybe we'll see that with his show with Falcon. Maybe that will create a little more bridge between Disney and with Kevin Feige doing a Star Wars movie eventually. That's going to be interesting as well. But to see Mandalorian as he kind of breaks his rules he set up in the first season, revealing his face. And also Boba Fett. I mean, it was cool to see Boba Fett do something. And I've always loved Boba Fett. And guys, this season of Mandalorian was awesome. If you have not seen the new season of Mandalorian, check it out now. It is incredible. And guys, that ends this episode of Darth Easy's TV Recap. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm looking forward to 2021, hopefully some good TV shows. I would have, if I had finished the show, The Flight Attendant, I just started it on HBO Max. Love it so far. I'm curious to see how the rest of the episodes happen, because I would probably put that in my list, but, and there were some other shows, like The Great, I heard was really good. But yeah, I'm going to spend probably early part of 2021, probably watching some TV shows once I catch up on my movies, and hopefully I can do my top. Hopefully I can be able to do my top 10 movies of 2020 with Rennie Cage, or maybe I'll have to do that by myself. We'll see. Alright guys, until next time, all too easy.